today I'm going to show you the silver base clear we're going to be doing on a Isuzu truck. What we're going to be using is the Devilbiss GTI Pro base gun. What I've done with this, opened the fan right up, and with the second one, the settings I've used, wind it right in, back 2.5 turns, and that seems to work fine for me. What we're going for is 2 full coats and then a drop coat on the silver should be fine, and then we'll go to clear coat after that. So I'll get suited up and I will see you in the booth. As you can see, I have already primed the panels. There's two wings, tailgate, and that's just the back panel off the tailgate. Used wet on wet white primer, so it's came out quite smooth, so we're just going to be painting straight on top of that. So yeah, when I'm doing individual panels, I like to do the edges first. I've got a really bad memory, so once I've done a flat surface with a nice paint job, I always forget that I haven't done the edges, so I like to preempt that first, get them done. So yeah, this is me doing the edges underneath the arch, things like that, you know, the bits you kind of tend to miss if you don't pay attention. I'd like to say at this point, obviously I'm an apprentice, so I'm only 6 months in, so my painting isn't exactly perfect, but as you can see, you just try to keep that uniform spray, stay the same distance away from panel. Yeah, it's getting there eventually. Here's how the panels look before we do a clear coat. That's the 2 full coats and a drop coat. Still needs to dry for another few minutes, but as you can see, it's come out pretty well, so happy with that. I'll show you the wings and that as well. Again, they're looking really good. Just onto the clear coat next. Now the clear coat tends to be a bit harder to do. It's harder to see going on to the panel. Just try to keep it the same again, keep that distance from the panel the same, trying to get that little bit of overlap. It's sometimes hard to see. I've not mastered it perfectly. I went for 2 coats and ended up having to do 3 because the panels were still a little bit dry. I hadn't quite got the coverage that I wanted, but in the end it turned out fine. Here's how it's all looking after the clear coat. It's all came out really well. Finish is pretty good, so all it's going to take next week, a wee flat and polish, just to get some of that orange peel out of the lacquer. I don't know if you'll see that. You can see that in the thing, but in general it's all come out well, no runs, so yeah, happy with that. For the clear coat, we used a GTI Pro Light Devilbiss gun. Really good gun, set it up really well for that. So it's a bit of an older model, but still works great, so